Hey guys, I'm Basti, and on the daily, I tackle everything that has to do with crypto trading. For years, I've been an active independent trader in the scene. If you're looking for chart analysis, trading prognosis, and of course, trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel again. Today we have one of those things that you'd call an emergency video. So today I'm gonna try and keep it as brief as possible. Yesterday I couldn't sleep either because I kept getting all these notifications about what was happening. So mostly, of course, because we kept going down and we pushed way beyond our support level. So let's have a look and see what we have here today. So yesterday we had a correction about 12%. That's about 5,300 US dollars. It definitely has been a while since we had a correction like this. Last time that we had something similar, it was here where right about here where we just had the same situation. But anyway, let's take a look and see where we find the next support areas. That way you guys will be ready for what could happen today. So basically what happened yesterday was that we had a very nice breakout from our just around here. From our falling wedge, and everything was looking well. We had a very nice breakout. There was a lot of volume as well, not just then, but at the during the hours prior to the breakout. And then suddenly the markets closed, and just around 10 o'clock in the evening, that's when everything started to happen. So let's take a look at our 30-minute chart so you guys can see everything was going well, and just around 10 o'clock with this candle here. And so right after that, NASDAQ, the futures market, everything just started to drop massively. And of course, this as well did affect the price of Bitcoin. I think because of the interest rates by the Feds, also because of the conflict between Russia and the Ukraine, and as well as in the EU, the talk of prohibiting mining, all coming together was a big factor for Bitcoin's drop. So now I would say let's try and make sense of it all, or try to figure out what could happen or what has happened. So if we go back into the actually the first the 1 hour chart, and we draw a line here. And so we try over and over again to go over the resistance line that before actually used to be our support line, or it was at least for some time, which we could see clearly here. And so we tried to do that a few times, and we tried to do it again yesterday, but that's when we had this massive sell from all the long positions that were open and started to liquidate. So if you're asking yourself why, that's because a lot of people set the stop losses at the price that they came in, like here and here. Then we also closed a lot of long positions here that were actually open just around this area. Some of which actually closed their long positions at the price of just around here, the price of 39,600 US dollars. And not only that, but we also created a new lower low just around here, which of course for us is a bit of a problem because Bitcoin has to make it back to $38,000 and stay there. Why? Well, because that's the last support line that we seem to have found. Before it actually used to be resistance. We can see that here. Also just around December, it was actually became support. We can see it here, and most likely it looks like it has become again our support line right here. So for today, it's very, very, very important that we don't close our candle under the 38,000 price line. Now, if there's one thing that I really, really don't like when we look at the weekly chart, that is that we find ourselves under the weekly EMA ribbons, which hasn't happened since the Corona crash. So it's been a while since that happened. So it's the first time since then that we close under the weekly EMA ribbons in a very, very long time. And you can see that very clearly here that we are indeed very, very well under the weekly EMA ribbons. So again, the last time we had that was during the Corona crash. And then after that, we started to climb up little by little again. So that is the scenario that we seem to be in at the moment right now, that basically took us all by surprise. We did know, of course, about the numbers of the inflation, as well as the situation in the economy at large, the thing with the feds. There's so many things that are coming into play at the moment, but we definitely have to keep, or at least go back to our $38,000 price and remain above that. Also, if we look at the volume here in the 4-hour chart, we see that we do have a very large amount of volume that went out of the market. And that is the second time that we have so much volume go out of the market since the first big drop that we had here. The altcoins, of course, are exactly in the same situation. Ethereum, of course, is also under the $3,000 price. Not a very good sign. And the same thing happens with Cardano, which also has had a huge drop since we had the peak, which is a 26% drop. At least we're holding up 21. And the same thing is happening just across the board. Solana, for example, also went down. It's holding at the support line, however. XRP dropped to 68 cents. Luna is actually holding steady. It actually seems to have found support around 75. So yeah, but I would still caution and be very careful here and see what happens when the market again opens at 3:30 today. So let's take a look at the traditional futures market here. That's the S&P 500. And we can see that we've actually broken down from our support line that we had. And the next area that we can find some support was here in this box where we had some huge accumulation period. So now we just really have to have a look and see what happens today when the futures market opens again. If we go down in here again and we break this area, then we can definitely see a much bigger correction happening in the market. The same thing happened with NASDAQ. Yesterday it was just basically all across the board. The only direction in which that NASDAQ was moving yesterday, as well as the other, was downward. So just a crazy time in general. And I'd say just try and be careful. Careful with opening a long position when you don't see any volume coming in. It doesn't seem like really anybody is buying anything. Also with the fear and greed index, right now we're at 19 points, but that's because when they update it again at 1 o'clock, I'm sure it's going to go up at least 10 points on top of that. So if we also look at the liquidations that we've had in the last 12 hours, we can see that we've also had a massive amount of long positions that got liquidated. Same thing as a few days ago. So the situation, as you can see, is becoming very serious. Also, if we look at the Bitcoin chart, for example, we have the same thing. Lots and lots of long positions that were closed. And that is regardless of which platform you're using for trading. We can see that in the 4-hour chart. We also see that in the last hour, there has been a lot of liquidations as well. So all in all, just be very careful today. That's the update for today. Very brief, very short, but please share this video with other people. It's got very important information. $38,000 as support line, and then again by 37,475 US dollars. And if we do break that line, then welcome bear market. We can go all the way down to $32,000. And we're not even going to look at the resistance area, because so long as we don't go over our $39,600 line, then there's really not a point to see where we have resistance going upward. But rather, let's keep an eye out for our important support areas at around $37,475 to $39,600. And now taking a look at the VPVR indicator, we can see that we have a very a massive amount of support around this area, all the way down to just about $32,000. So I would say that's all for this video for now. There might be some emergency live stream at some point today. If not, I will try and keep you guys posted on my social media channels. So please follow me on Telegram. Follow me also here. Follow the channel. Like, subscribe. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Don't sell in the minus. Stay healthy. And let's just say goodbye for now. Ciao.